Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to anyone new. Beautiful souls, today we are asking for a time sensitive message, something that Source Spirit, your spirit team wants you to know about right here and right now, something that is important for you to know. And we will also be possibly checking out, if it seems appropriate, the next 7 days as well, seeing what Spirit has to say about the coming week for you. So, beautiful souls, we have 3 piles to choose from. Trust your intuition. If you already know from the thumbnail which of these piles is speaking to you, sometimes it's more than one. I always think just trust that gut feeling, trust your intuition. I'm going to show you the cards, hold them up to the camera so you can see them really clearly. We have a card for each pile, we have a rune for each pile, we have a charm for each pile. Now, these are timeless readings, so you can always go to the homepage and tune in at any time to check in and see what's happening. But my beautiful souls, I post these readings every week. So thank you all of you who I know check in with them every Sunday. It's an absolute honour to read for you. So let us look at the cards and the runes and the charms more closely. So for pile 1, we have the card of go for it. Reach for the moon. So this is your card, pile number 1. And we have the rune of journey, Rado. And we also have a beautiful unicorn charm as well. So that is pile 1. Pile 2, we have drawing down the moon, knowledge. So this is for pile 2. And you have the rune of Thurizaz, this is gateway. And you also have a beautiful little bee charm as well. So this is for pile 2. And for pile 3, we have exalted moon, self-regulation. This is pile 3, exalted moon, self-regulation. And you have Kano, the rune of openings. And you also have a beautiful little cat. Kind of looks a bit like a Cheshire cat, really. But yeah, beautiful smiley cat. So that is for pile 3. So, my beautiful souls, I'm going to leave the video running for a few moments longer for anyone that just wants a bit more time just to sit with the cards, the runes, the charms. You can always press the pause button if you need longer than that. And I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. It feels really, really exciting. Reach for the moon, go for it. The rune of journey as well, Rado. I'm wondering, I sort of just want to say don't hold back on anything really this week. Whatever it is that you want or you desire, don't hold back. I'm going to draw from the Akashic Tarot. I'm going to draw from 2 tarot packs actually. Straight away for you, I'm seeing this and this. And I'm also going to draw, that's the Akashic Tarot, I'm going to draw from the Sufi Tarot as well. And then we'll draw some oracle cards too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another one here. Okay, what are we being shown for my beautiful pile 1? Let us have a look here. We have the Akashic Library. Interesting, it's in reverse. Okay. We then have the 7 of Forces. We have the Ascent. And then we have the Five of Scrolls. Okay, where can I put this? Over here, I guess. Okay, I might just zoom out the camera and see if I can make a little bit more space, or maybe we need to move this along a bit, actually. Perhaps a bit of both. Bear with me. Okay, that's better. Beautiful souls. I hope you can now see all the cards. So the Akashic Library in reverse. Some of you who follow my readings will know I don't generally read cards in reverse, but actually this one pack I do. You have this in reverse, Seven of Forces, balance. In the upright position, the Ascent. In reverse, you have Five of Scrolls, diversity. Okay, my beautiful souls, reach for the moon, go for it. The rune of Rado, you've got the Three of Swords. You have the Sun of Staffs. You have the Star card, Sitara. This is the star in a traditional pack. And you have the Ace of Swords. Okay. There's something on your mind, my beautiful souls. Something that is actually sort of getting in the way, really. That's what I'm seeing. Very interesting. Rado, this rune speaks sometimes of going on a journey, an actual journey, in which case this is suggesting that you stop procrastinating and you go for it if you're being hesitant about that. But more often than not, this is a rune that speaks of kind of journeying inwards and removing any obstacles that are literally internally in the way. The Three of Swords. Akashic Library. The Akashic Library is like reach for the stars, reach for the moon. It's exactly the same energy, and yet it's in reverse. And I feel this is because there is something around you, something in your head that is getting in the way, or something that's bothering you, or something that you're fearful of, or something that is kind of doing your head in, or something like that. There's something that's in the way, because this should be kind of like open. The world is opening up for you. Stuff is being made available to you. You're needing to bring something back into balance, because at the moment this is hindering your progress, basically. That's what we're seeing. I'm going to draw a bit more, some more cards to get a bit more clarification around this. But the immediate time-sensitive message is really, the message is saying, look, whatever this is that's bothering you, you're kind of needing to bring yourself back into check. It's like almost like rein yourself back in. Stop giving it your energy. Stop giving it your time. Stop worrying about it. It's time to move away from something, actually. For a lot of you, it is an internal block. It is something within you that's bothering you. You're fearful. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't something that's caused this, an external event. In fact, I have no doubt about it that something has caused this problem for you. But it's holding you back. All this is available to you. And your spirit team are like saying, look, this is what we want to give you. But you're not open to receive it. Even in this card here, go for it, reach for the moon. It's like these two boats have parted company. It's like a gateway is being opened so she can rise to the moon. She literally can reach for it. I feel like your spirit team are saying, look, the universe wishes to open gateways for you to rise, to achieve something, to have something you desire, to whatever that is for you. You're needing to bring yourself back into balance because something has been weighing heavy on your mind. Something that's already happened, because it's the Three of Swords. I think it's already happened. This isn't something new. I think it's something that is really lingering. It's like, and it's time to begin to heal from it and move forwards. Now, I'm going to get more information for you around this, because what we're seeing is this really interesting shift in the energy here. It's like if you can start to heal this and bring things back into balance. I mean, look at the quantity of work that can be achieved. It's like contracts can be signed. If you're worrying about any kind of legal matters, I feel that there needs to be there will be a balanced outcome, something that will be favourable or the best outcome for everybody. But we're seeing something that needs to come back into balance to a great extent. I think it's to do with the fear and the anxiety within you rather than an external situation. Although it is caused by an external situation, the current problem is the fact that it's overloading you from the inside out. If you can shift this and bring yourself back into balance, I mean, the pathways then open for you. Even the Ascent card, which is really about achieving your goals, you're getting there. Even this card is showing up in reverse. And then we have Diversity, which may mean that there's another approach for some of you, but also the Ace of Swords, which I feel is about being quite clear-cut about something. I do feel with the Five of Keys in reverse, you may be having to sort of recognise that something that you would have liked to have worked in a particular way isn't going to work. You may need to diversify here. Let's draw some more cards. Let's get some oracle cards for you, first of all. Okay, so we have the Isle of Women, Women's Mysteries. Okay, we have... Ooh, look at this. The Fisher King's Court, Otherworldly Treasures. This is really interesting, my beautiful souls, especially with the Rune of Journey. And Sitara, the Star card, Son of Staffs. There actually really is something to go for here. There is something being opened for you, but it feels very magical with the Unicorn energy and the Isle of Women and the Fisher King's Court. I think there is something there's a pathway you were on that would have seriously cramped your style or limited your horizons. Now it's coming to an end, or it has come to an end. Something hasn't worked out for you. Now this could be for some of you, I mean, I always feel with the Three of Swords, it feels like we've got a broken heart. So something broke down. It could be communication with somebody, communications with someone have broken down. If so, it's actually because it's time for you to move on to somewhere else, or to something else, or to someone else. If a relationship didn't work out, it's time for you to move on because there is something much, much better coming for you. You may have worked and worked and worked and worked your socks off to try and fix something within a relationship, and it just didn't work out. Sometimes these things can't, and they're not going to. Sometimes someone doesn't want to change, and you may have invested heavily. There's something else for you here. Anything, beautiful souls, if you were working on a project and you really gave it your best, but somehow it didn't quite take off. Something that hasn't worked. Could be anything, could be a friendship that didn't work out, in which case you are destined to be with others, to be with different people. If it's a job, you're destined to be working on something else. There is a shift here from something that left you feeling as if either it was broken or you were left feeling broken. The key here is that actually you are currently being guided to something that is bigger, better, more appropriate, so much better for you. And also part of the lesson here, I do feel we're all engaging in these monumental, massive sort of karmic lessons really at the moment, and the astrology is part and parcel of this. And I will be doing readings around different astrological aspects, and I'll be engaging in some conversations with my younger sister as well, who's an astrologer, very, very good astrologer, and talking about those things and doing readings connected to those conversations, about the the earth goddesses and the energies that we're currently being influenced by. But truly, I feel there is a massive, massive shift here, almost as though you could take yourself in a new direction. With the rune of journey, it could be a change of your perspective. It could be something internal, but I think for many of you, it's been triggered by an external something. You could change the way that you see someone. If you've been really disappointed by someone, then it just, hurt by someone's actions, someone's words, or by a circumstance. Whatever it is, your real-time sensitive message is that it's, let go gracefully and move on and move forwards fast, because I feel that something else, bring this back into balance, get your head around this. Don't criticize yourself as well. There should be no blame on your part. This is coming through really, really clearly. You did your absolute best. You gave it your absolute all. You worked your socks off. You've gone over and above the call of duty. You've just gone over and above. You invested so much. It was not your fault that it didn't work out. You are not in any way to blame in this. This is down to either an external circumstance or an external and other person. Something did not work out. It's time for you to rise, reach for the moon and go for it. There is something bigger, better for you. And with determination, your spirit team are saying to you, just let this go and move on here. Bring yourself back into balance. Stop giving yourself a hard time. Now let's draw some more oracle cards for you, beautiful souls. I want to see what is coming for you. I feel like I want to honour the reading and look forwards and see what we're being shown here, and also get the heads up for the week ahead. Let's draw some more oracle cards for you. So we have the fault line. Something has to give. I always feel the moment I see this card, it's like this is cracking open. It's like you're seeing the cracks in the wallpaper. In the wallpaper? There's a saying, isn't there? Whatever it is, the cracks in the wall, the wallpaper's peeling off. You can see the truth of this situation. It's reaching a point, the fault line. Something is breaking open here. Let it go gracefully, beautiful souls. Just let it go gracefully. Look at this, the sword, and you have Ace of Swords. It's time to make some really clear choices here. You do not have to be limited or held back by somebody else's negativity or a certain situation in which, you basically gave it your best shot. You really, really did. And look at this, the temple. You are being honoured. It is time for you to invest in yourself and find another route. Your spirit team, source energy, the planets, the stars, they are willing you to move forwards with trust and faith and belief in yourself. Find an alternative. There is something so much better coming for you, my beautiful souls. There really, really is. Now let's get an indication of how the week is going to pan out and what is actually coming for you. Well, these are showing straight away, so let's see what we have. So we have the 10 of Swords, which is clearly the ending of something. We then have the 9 of Cups. Oh, and we also have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, right. Now, if you have been hurt and wounded by someone, because I do feel there's a heartbreak here, something either broke or you got broken, or you felt broken or you felt heartbroken. With the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, I actually feel that you don't have to do anything other than actually choose to walk away, make a very clear choice to invest in yourself. And, this is about no longer investing in something that has not been rewarding or appropriate for you. Let it go gracefully if it's leaving. Just don't invest in it anymore in the way that you have been. And I think it's going to sort of right itself, which is really interesting. I think you'll come away feeling as though, I think you're going to come away kind of knowing that you gave it your best shot. It's like shifting from a place where you keep on trying to make it work to a place where you know you gave it your best and you couldn't do any more. so you can sort of move forwards with a clear conscience. It's very interesting, you know, years and years ago, I actually remember I re-met I was probably about 50, I think, around that age group at that time, so quite a long time ago. Anyway, revealing my age, but anyway, I re-met, funnily enough, my very first love. I had known him when I was 15. We had fallen in love and did very little at 15, as you do, and he'd moved away, and we re-met by chance, and it was fascinating. He was a remarkable person, and we just had the most great, some really great conversations, looking back at where we'd come from and where our lives had been, and he gave me some really wise advice. At that time, I had quite a lot of, I guess, quite toxic, if I'm truly honest, people in my world, but I'd invited them in, and he actually said to me, you know, I mean, he was very clear-cut, real Ace of Swords kind of energy. And he said, Jenny, you know, whenever I have people in my life, he says, I have a rule now, which is 3 strikes and they're out. And he said, you know, if somebody lets me down or they behave badly or they just don't resonate with me, 3 strikes and they're out. First time, that's fine. I'll talk to them about it. I'll be open. I'll be upfront. If they do it again, well, I'll say to them, look, can we really make sure this doesn't happen again? Third time, he said, that's it. He said, you, Jenny, 100 strikes and you're still going back saying, oh, this has gone wrong again. Do you think we can work it out? What can I do to help? How can I assist this? How can I fix this? And he said, you know, you're just going to, you know, wear yourself thin, which I was, and he said, you're going to run yourself ragged, you're wearing yourself thin, you're going to burn out if you keep on doing this with people in your personal life. You know, he said, you've got brilliant boundaries at work, but in your personal world, it's like you're just trying to fix everybody and everything, and it's not working. And I really took that on board. And I can't say that I always managed to maintain something like a 3 strikes and you're out, but I have got really discerning. And I really learned a lot from that chance meeting where we met up and engaged in a few days of fabulous conversation, which was so insightful for me. And I feel like there's something of that shift here where this is like the internal shift where you change the way you perceive something and you recognize that you have done nothing wrong. You have given something more than you could possibly have given. And it's now time to feel good about what you've done and how much you gave, even though it didn't work. It is now time to feel really good about what you did and open yourself to receive more from elsewhere. It doesn't mean that you have to close all doorways, but you stop investing in people that don't give back or something that didn't work, whatever that is for you. It will be unique to you in your world. Let's check out the week ahead. Seeing the shift, but what else have we shown? Look at this, the Ace of Cups. You could not have a more beautiful card. How gorgeous. And you also have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. And you also have, this is the Knight. Yeah, this is the Knight of Swords. Okay. I'm seeing you getting some rewards for your position, a new opportunity, and of you being really clear-cut. It's almost as though by shifting your energy and getting out of that headspace where you feel like either guilty because you don't want to invest anymore or like it was your fault because it all went wrong, that kind of stuff. It's like by shifting your mindset here, I'm getting really clear-cut about it and investing, making a really clear-cut decision, not where you're going to invest and where you're not, really investing in yourself. I think a new opportunity is being given to you this week. Look at this, a gift. The Ace of Cups. And with the 10 of Pentacles, it's an opportunity. I mean, this is a card of abundance. I think something is being given to you that really is an opportunity that you are going to want to reach for the moon, go for it. It either already is an opportunity that's right in front of you and something else has been taking up so much of your headspace or your time or your energy that you couldn't commit to it. In which case the shift means you do commit to it. Clear cut, Knight of Swords, you go for it. Or just in shifting your energy, an opportunity is offered to you. So there either is already something to invest in, which takes you away from all of this, or an opportunity is literally offered to you, and it is one of major potential, in which case, and there should be no debate about whether you, oh, you know, I should stay and I should look after all of this. No, you should not. You should invest in you and go for it and be really clear-cut about it. Seize the moment, run with it. You're being guided here. Fisher King's Court, otherworldly treasures. I mean, this is kind of like a gateway. This is like travelling through the ethers. I always feel it's almost got for me like the energy of Raven about it, where we, you know, of Raven, of Crow energy, where we sort of almost can, yeah, we can sort of move from one world to another, really. So I feel that there is a major shift for you this week. You are part of it, because it's about you shifting that internal attitude. It may even be that something breaks open and you see it for what it is and you just think enough is enough. Now, that's not easy, but wow, the outcome means that your world shifts in the best possible way. It's like there's some real solid certainty in you that you now know you can't continue to invest in something that isn't working anymore. And whether that is dwelling on feeling that it was your fault that it went wrong, or something that you're still investing in that you shouldn't be doing, a Jenny in my former life, 100 strikes and I'm still going back. You know, this is the shift that I'm seeing, and what an opportunity. So reach for the moon, beautiful souls, and go for it. The investment is in you, but it's going to be very clear as to what that is. Beautiful souls, pile one, thank you so much for joining me today. It's an honour to read for you, particularly during such extraordinary, sort of tumultuous times. You know, there's so much shifting and changing of the energy around us. It is all about shifting us to higher levels of consciousness, bringing us opportunities, but wow, it's not easy. And so, you know, my deepest honour and gratitude to you for being here and for checking in with readings like this. And thank you for being a part of the Moon Magic Tarot community. Thank you all for, you know, liking, sharing, subscribing. And if you want to make sure you never miss a reading, I post a couple of readings on Tuesdays and Fridays, and always on a Sunday for immediate guidance. If you subscribe and press the little bell icon, hopefully you'll get notification as soon as I post anything. Beautiful souls. Tons of love. And yeah, do check out my all zodiac sign readings as well, with the moon month energy update, because there's a lot of potential around us at the moment. But as I said, it doesn't always come out of easy circumstances. Tons of love, pile one. Pile two, welcome to your reading, beautiful souls. You have drawing down the moon knowledge. You have a bee, and you also have Thurisaz, the rune of gateway. Now this is really interesting, because I think with Thurisaz, drawing down the moon, I think you are being requested, your immediate message is to receive something. There's like some sort of a download that's coming to you, something you need to be conscious of or aware of. There's something that's being offered to you or being shown to you. Some piece of knowledge, some piece of information. We're going to draw from the Akashic Tarot. I'm seeing these two, this and these two. There we are. Okay, these are our first pack of cards today. We're going to use two different tarot packs. Right, the Karmic Trench in reverse. I'm thrilled this is in reverse for you, I'm going to say. Setting your course. Yes, you do need to see something. The King of Forces, the Buddha prepares. Wow. Okay, this is very, very interesting. Let's just draw some more tarot cards from another pack first of all. I'm seeing this card showing itself already for you. May we see what else we are shown for an immediate message, time-sensitive message from or for my lovely pile twos. This one is showing itself as well. Okay, so we have Ace of Coins, wonderful. We have the card of Justice. This is Adal, but this is the card of Justice in a traditional pack. We have the Four of Staffs, wonderful, Four of Wands, under the King of Forces, fantastic. And we have Mizan, and this is the Judgment card. How interesting, you've actually got the Judgment card and the Justice card. Yeah, and look at the positioning of these. How interesting that this card, this figure is sitting almost like the Buddha here. How interesting, setting your course. Right, now the Karmic Trench in reverse, this card here. This card speaks about kind of like repeating patterns, basically. You know, when we repeat patterns and we do it again and we do it again and we do it again and we think, how did I ever get here? Why am I doing it again? But, you know, we do it sometimes. Or that there's a pattern repeating or some karmic element coming back in reverse. Well, I was so pleased it was in reverse. In reverse, basically, a karmic pattern is over. You don't have to do it anymore. It's sorted. You've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. You are being asked to press the pause button and notice, though, what's going on around you. Be aware of it with both the card of Justice and the card of Judgment too. I feel that there's an element around you of something where you can really, really take charge of something here. Set your course. Be in charge of the direction you want to go in or the way you want to handle this, okay? And it's fab with the Four of Staffs. I'm seeing a celebration. We're seeing, I mean, this is just fantastic. This is really fantastic energy around you. So this is a karmic. If you are conscious or aware of anything in your world where you feel you've been reliving some kind of, I don't know, a karmic contract that you undertook in a previous life when you came here, if you feel you've been processing something or you've been handling any kind of generational stuff and you feel at a level of soul, you came here to tackle it, well, you've done it. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, it's over. You don't have to do it anymore. It's time to literally, I mean, not only have you finished digging this trench, but you can now invest differently. You can set your course. You can choose the direction you want to go in. It's your time to call the shots. With the King of Forces as well. I mean, this is a very grounded, earthy, solid, kind of manifesting kind of energy. And we've got a lot of celebration going on here. This is almost like you calling the shots, getting still, not repeating a pattern. And it means that you get still as well. Thurizaz, it really speaks of getting still and noticing what's going on, so that you actually choose to do it differently. With the card of Judgment, it's you call the shots. You assess what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. This is about your agency, your empowerment. Now, I think I'm very much reminded of something that I've talked about. If you follow my readings, you may have heard me speak about this previously, although you may not. I mean, you know, obviously when I do readings, you tune into the ones that are right for you. And if you're new to the channel, you certainly won't. There is a process of what I call noticing, observing, becoming aware of something. So, it emerges in stages of sort of like growth and evolution. So the first stage of noticing something is to recognize that we've just done it. So if you, let's say for example, you keep following a repetitive pattern. When you first become aware of it, it's empowering, because if you're aware of it, you can now begin to change it. You can't change it if you're not aware of it. So you can change it. But the first stage is to notice that you've done it. The second stage, you know, you bring it to your awareness. The second stage is when we sort of begin to notice it as soon as we've done it. So initially, let's say it's unconscious. It's we're unaware that we're even doing it. We don't even know, and we bring it to awareness. Then we start to notice we've done it, and that can be a little bit frustrating, because it's kind of like, oh, I just did it again. But the point is, you are now beginning to notice every time it happens. The next stage of that evolution of noticing is that you start to notice it while you're doing it. So instead of waiting till after the event and thinking, oh no, I did it again, you suddenly think, oh, I'm doing it again. I'm going to stop this. So empowerment can now kick in during it, and you can stop it during the process. So that's the next stage of evolution. The next stage along the line of evolution of noticing is that you recognize, oh, I was about to do that, I'm not doing that anymore, and you start to notice that ahead of time, so you simply don't do it at all. And the final stage of evolution is where you just don't do it because you've got so used to doing something else that it ceases to be an issue for you. It's like you've learned a different way. And I'm seeing you making a very clear, wherever you are on that evolution of noticing, that is somehow relevant to this reading, because a karmic pattern is over. If it's, as I said, is some kind of a karmic contract that you feel you entered into from a past life, it's over. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, no longer doing it. Set your course. This is about your agency. This is about you being empowered and noticing what's going on and calling the shots. You don't have to buy into something that has previously, you felt quite entrenched by it anymore. You can really notice. So whatever age or stage you are at the evolutionary level of noticing, the evolutionary growth of noticing, it's perhaps a way of saying it. Hopefully that's helpful to you. I've always found it helpful. It's something I used to discuss in my counselling sessions when I worked full-time in my counselling practice. But people used to find it helpful because it's very important when you first start to notice it that you don't criticise yourself. It was a real biggie with people who had a raging inner critic. So if you're one of those people where you heavily criticise yourself, you know, when you first notice it, don't criticise yourself for criticising yourself. It's like, oh, I did it again, and I criticised myself again. I can't believe I did that. So don't criticise yourself for criticising yourself. It's unhelpful. Just go, oh, I've noticed I've done that. That's brilliant. I'm on that evolutionary stage of noticing. I can do something with this. Okay, so shift that perspective depending on where you are. So let's draw some oracle cards. Your message is really clear. It's over. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, don't need to repeat this pattern anymore. We have Bean Fisa, woman's wisdom. Look at that, knowledge, wisdom, drawing down the moon. This is intuition. And then we have lake, what lurks beneath. Yeah, I think many of you are really, really becoming acutely aware of something. You may even be around people who press your buttons or someone who presses your buttons, and you've instinctively responded in a particular way, and you are now instinctively recognizing when that happens. You're noticing how it works with this worker bee. This is magical because this is your turning point. Whatever stage you are at with noticing, whether it's just come into your awareness or whether you are intuitively really noticing ahead of time when it happens, or you're becoming very wise. Knowledge, women's wisdom, you're becoming very wise to people who press your buttons, or wise to somebody's behaviour that causes you to sort of act automatically and you're not doing it anymore. I mean, this is a major stage of soul growth, actually, when we do this level of work. It's absolutely phenomenal. Let's draw some more oracle cards, and then we'll draw cards for the week ahead to see how this is sort of panning out. But your message is really saying it's over. This is the primary message, but really acknowledging at whatever stage you're at, you no longer have to do this. There's no contract to fulfill. There's no obligation. This is a shift, and your spirit team are really 100% behind you with this. So there'll be something going on around you at the moment that is triggering feelings around a repeating pattern, or a response that's an autopilot response, or you navigating those stages of noticing, or navigating your right and entitlement to do it differently. So let us see. That's the time-sensitive element around it. There's definitely something going on around you. The venom, wow. Wowza, wowza, wow. The fault line, this came out in pile 1. I don't know if pile 1 was drawing any of you, but it came out in pile 1. And look at the butterfly, the mystic. Pile 2, super souls. You see this for what it is. You are emerging like a moth, coming out of a chrysalis state. You see this for what it is, the venom, wow. There's definitely been something that's been pulling your strings or pressing your buttons. And remember, when someone presses your buttons, they're your buttons. You decide what to do. You can't control what other people do, but you can choose what to do. If someone presses your buttons, you can choose to do it differently. Not to be drawn in. That's not easy. We often get hooked in. I am remembering all sorts of things coming into your reading, but I remember a long, long time ago when I was doing a training to become a supervisor of other counsellors. It was a long, long time ago in my counselling practice. And we had an amazing trainer. And one of the workshops, when we finished it, she gave us a hook, like it was a physical, you know, like a hook that you screw into the wall to hang up a coat or something like that, or to hang up a cup or something. She went round and she gave us all a hook, and she said, this is to remind you of when you get hooked into something. You know, carry it with you, and if you ever notice you're getting hooked into something, hold it, because it's, you know, or you're going into a meeting with someone where you think you're going to be hooked in, take it with you, put it in your pocket, touch it, remind yourself, because it re-anchors you in what you actually know to be real, which is you're being hooked in. It's not your problem. You don't need to go there. You know, been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. So yeah, fascinating. You are very aware of something that or someone or a certain situation that would like to hook you in or has hooked you in, but as I said, you don't have to follow that pattern anymore. Be very conscious of it. Carry the hook with you if you need to. It's ever such a grounding thing to have in your pocket. It really is. It really, really is. Let's look at the week ahead. How is this sort of panning out? Beautiful souls, this isn't always an easy transition, especially not with the Venom card. That's tough, you know. But you're freeing yourself of something. This is all about empowerment. Celebrate yourself every step of the way. No criticism. Celebrate. If you are just bringing something to light, celebrate yourself. Go, wow, I can't believe I didn't see that before, but wow, look at me. I've brought this into my awareness. I see it for what it is. Celebrate yourself. If you've repeated, it's like, oh wow, I did that again, but I've noticed. How amazing is that? You know, if you're in it, it's like, wow, I'm doing it again. How amazing. I noticed. That's fantastic. Bring it back to your empowerment. If ahead of time, it's wow. Because this is all letting go. And if you're doing something completely different, even if there's a little bit of a tug going on, a little bit of a tug at the guilt or whatever, just remind yourself, you call the shots now. This whole thing is shifting and turning. It's not necessarily an easy energy to work with, but you know, draw down the moon. The knowledge is available to you. Women's wisdom, intuition, the mystic. Know it for what it is, beautiful souls, and honour your intuition. What's happening in the week? May we have guidance in the week, because this is a time-sensitive message, so I think we can assume that something around this is going on. Okay. We have right in the middle showing itself, we have the Six of Pentacles, a card of generosity and benevolence. But also look at this, there's a balance. The scales are here. The scales have turned, I feel. Is that a saying or not? Something has turned. Look at how it sits on this other card here of justice with the scales. This is bringing something back into balance that has been out of balance. You have the card of, where are we? 14. This is the card of Temperance, isn't it? Yes, you have the card of Temperance, which is also about balance. You have the Two of Pentacles, which is also about balance. You have the Nine of Cups, which is actually about feeling pretty emotionally content and satisfied, actually, with what you have done. We then have the card of the Lovers, which is principally a card of choice, interestingly enough. We have the Nine of, oh no, it's not the Nine of Wands, it's the Three of Wands. It looked like a 9 from here. It's the Three of Wands, looking ahead. And then what do we have? We have the Four of Wands again, Four of Staffs, the celebration card. Wow. Wow, 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 and more wow. I hope you're wowing with me, because this is amazing. Right, you seriously are turning this around. The energy around you this week is to turn this around. And you can actually do it. It's like the energy is with you. Draw down the moon, hold the knowledge, get still if you need to with Thurisaz. Observe, notice everything. Really trust your intuition. You are going to be guided. You're going to be supported, given information that you need to make very clear-cut choices here. This is about bringing something into balance here. A connection with a circumstance, a situation, a relationship, a situationship, a person, where it has not been okay or fair, and it is bringing it back into balance big time. I think the tables will turn. You can be very generous, actually, if you wish to. You know, but this is saying, I think, with the Six of Pentacles as a center point, it's like give, but give in a balanced way. Don't give because you feel obliged to, or that you have to. Give because you desire to, and give what you can, rather than an excess of stuff where someone's taking. It's a massive difference between giving to someone because you choose to give, or giving to someone because they're pressing your buttons and trying to emotionally blackmail you into giving to them. There's a massive difference. This is about you calling the shots completely on what you give and what you don't give. In no uncertain terms, you choosing where you invest your energy, you making decisions about where you want to go and what is right for you, and giving in a balanced and fair way if you choose to, because it's balanced and fair. Indeed, if anyone's kicking off because you're drawing boundaries around them, very healthy to say no, actually, sometimes, whether it's to someone else or to ourselves. You know, no is a boundary, literally, if you think about it. Yes opens doors, no closes doors. No is a boundary. When we say no to something unhealthy, we're actually saying yes to life. We're saying yes to magnificence. We're saying yes to abundance. We're saying yes to aliveness. God, these readings are really firing me up. This reading especially is firing me up. I'm feeling passionately on your side. I really do. I feel like I could get up on my soapbox and defend you and fight your corner for you and hold those boundaries with you. The energy here is quite something else. And yet, there is a gentle stillness here. Draw down the moon. You know in your heart of hearts what is and isn't working, and you need to find a way of navigating whatever it is in a way that works wholeheartedly in balance and for you, where whatever you give, it is your choice to give, not pulled on your strings or manoeuvred or manipulated. Wowza. There is so much soul growth happening at the moment, and I am so honoured to be reading for you guys. I really, really am. Yeah, I mean, just, you blow my mind. You really do. The stuff that you are clearly navigating. Pile 2, you are amazing. This is, you know, this is the stuff of really addressing soul contracts and putting things right. No longer following family patterns, no longer repeating stuff. It's absolutely phenomenal. This is all about empowerment, boundaries, but through awareness, through noticing, through really knowing, knowledge, through really, really understanding. Not acting angrily, but bringing things into balance in a calm, empowered way. You blow me away. Pile 2, this is your reading for this week. Keep me posted. Let us know what's happening in your worlds. I love reading your comments. It is amazing to hear your stories. And thank you, all of you, for being here. Thank you for supporting me, the channel, and thank you for supporting one another. You are remarkable people. Beautiful souls, thank you for liking, sharing, for subscribing. Don't forget, if you want to get my readings or notification of them as soon as I post them, because I post on a Tuesday, a Friday, and always on a Sunday with a weekly reading for immediate guidance and weekly guidance. If you press the little bell icon when you subscribe, everything should come into your stream. Guys, you are amazing. I am sending you the biggest hug and so much love. Beautiful souls, I look forward to seeing you for another reading really soon. And if you haven't checked them out yet, check out the the all zodiac sign readings for the month as well. They may be of value to you because there's obviously a lot going on at the moment. You know, they are attached to the moon month energy update. I'll see if I can remember to put a link below for that moon month energy update as well. So tons of love, beautiful souls. I look forward to seeing you again really soon. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have Exalted Moon, Self-Regulation, and Kano, the rune of openings, and this beautiful little cat, which I did feel looks like a Cheshire cat from Alice in Wonderland, actually. How interesting the way this rainbow comes down to this bowl. Right, what is this about? An opening, a window of opportunity here. Exalted Moon. Let's draw some tarot cards straight away for you. We're asking for an immediate message, time-sensitive message, something you need to know now. I'm going to draw from the Akashic Tarot for you first. Right, your first card, One of Scrolls, on track. Okay, this is interesting. We then have the Akashic Field, One of Forces. So you've got 2 aces here. Wow. You've then got the King of Roses. Okay. And you've also got the Buddha Prepares, but in reverse. Let me put this into the upright position so you can see it. Now, in the upright position, it talks about waiting. Okay. In the reverse position, the time of waiting is coming to an end. Something is about to move forwards, and you're on track. With, you know, it's like your train is about to pull out of the station. Interesting that the Akashic Field is also in reverse. So what I'm seeing here is that in some ways, some aspect of your world is really, the energy around you is to move it forwards. Kano, the rune of openings. Exalted Moon. If anything, I think something is about to take off. It's like you've got the wind in your sails, the King of Roses. You know, the energy of this, whether this is someone coming into your life or this is your energy picking up. I mean, the King of Roses is like the King of Cups. This is somebody who has emotional power, emotional force, in a good way, a really good way. I think this is almost sort of saying, look, something is shifting and moving forwards. Kind of don't let it run away with you. Self-regulation. You know, it would be like, I mean, I'll use the example of a relationship. Let's say you have been single and you meet someone. Well, don't let it run away with you. Don't let it, you know, you need to move forwards with this. You know, the train is leaving the station. Get on board. This is amazing. It's time to move something forwards. If this is a project or a deal you're working on, it's time to move it forwards. But don't, I want to say don't rush at it. Like, don't be like a bull in a china shop. You know, let it organically unfold. You're on track. This is meant to happen. This is meant to move forwards, but self-regulation is required. Exalted Moon. It's like this is, wow, this is amazing. It's like a rainbow in the middle of a desert. Something magical is arriving. Something fantastic. This window of opportunity, a doorway opening for you. Something fabulous that holds all this potential. But, you know, it's kind of like run with it, but slow it down. You know, cats are, think about the Cheshire cat as well, smiling, a big beaming smile, like nothing could wipe the smile off the Cheshire cat's face. It's like, slow it down and enjoy. You know, cats are very good at being stationary and enjoying actually what they have, and when they have it, they know when to move forwards, they know when to pounce. They're very good at hunting, but they also know when to be still. Let's draw more cards. Let's see what else we're shown. I just feel there is an opportunity around you this week. My beautiful pile 3 of these. It doesn't feel quite right. Let's get some more cards for you. What is happening? What's the immediate message we need to hear? I mean, I think we're getting a message that's coming through really loud and clear, but let's just get more information around this. Okay, Ace of Coins. Look at this. You've got two aces. Ace of scrolls, one of forces, and now you have two more aces, right? Ace of coins and ace of swords. I mean, wowza. There is the beginning of something around you. Okay, you've got King of Roses with the Sun of Coins beneath it. I mean, this is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the Knight of Coins in a traditional pack. It's beautiful. This is a card of harvest. It's a card of something that you want coming in. Your harvest is coming in, something you have been manifesting, whether that it's something you're going to love. Now, whether that is something, a person or a circumstance or a situation or an actual something, the pathway to it is open, the doorway is open. Now, if it's not open at the time that you're watching this reading, these are weekly readings and we'll draw cards to look at the week ahead. But there is something right in front of you here. Or something, there is a train coming into your station that you can jump on board and go. Don't rush it. Remember as well with the energy of the Knight of Coins, of Pentacles, the Sun of Coins. This is an energy where we reach a harvest. Stop it, stop and savour it, smell the roses. You know, you don't have to rush to the next thing. You don't have to, literally slow down, savour every moment of it. And also don't burn out with it. It would be like falling in love and then idealising somebody without actually ever getting the chance, giving yourself the chance to really know them. Savour every moment. If it's a new work opportunity, this is a real time of an amazing new beginning. That's what we're being shown here. Whatever this is for you, it's going to make you smile from ear to ear. You are going to love it. It is the harvest you've been dreaming of in some element of your world, whatever this will mean for you. It's giving you this new direction. And it is time to move to the new direction. It's time to move forwards in that. So this is definitely a get on the train and go with it. But self-regulation, you could feel so exalted, so amazing and so fantastic about it, that you could almost cease to be present to it. But I mean, how wonderful to have this opportunity. Can we get a bit more information? And then we will look at the week ahead. Let's draw more oracle cards for you. Look at this. Go with the flow. The card of river. And bog, stagnation. How amazing that we've gone. Look at this leap from bog to river. Interestingly enough, though, the card of bog actually says that when you look at a bog and you look at the landscape, you could look across it from a distance and think it was quite barren, but you know it's not. When you look closely at it, it is teeming with life. It is absolutely teeming with life. I think what this card is showing us is that the opportunity that's arriving, the train that metaphorically you can jump on, is just, it's teeming with life. But you need to look at more than, you need to look at it more than just sort of superficially. You know, go with the flow. Don't rush into it. Regulate the way in which you approach it. Take your time. Smell the roses. Really, really look at what this really is, because I think it's a big opportunity, actually. I think it's a big, big opportunity. I actually feel I want to get a few more cards around the bog. What are we being shown with this big opportunity? If it's a work opportunity, do we actually need to look at the details and not rush, but definitely get on board? Do we need to not sort of dissolve into sort of so much excitement or so much intrepidation that it all kind of falls apart? I'm not seeing it fall apart. I'm seeing a really amazing direction becoming clear to you. But can we have information about what is the bog showing us, please? May we ask, what is the bog showing my lovely pile threes? Kairos. Okay, that's an interesting card. Look at the eye. This is about seeing. Okay, I'm actually seeing those two. Kairos, the mask, and the threshold. Wow, such interesting cards. This is wonderful because this is about divine timing and precision of timing, and so self-regulation. I actually feel that maybe this is the going with the flow, self-regulation, letting something unfold naturally. Don't assume. In many ways that there is a situation that is, I mean, this is a jump on board the train and go with it, but also you're being encouraged to be very real and very present to the experience, because it's a threshold here. You're moving into a space of massive new potential, of massive harvest. So it is, take your time. You don't have to be anything that you think is expected to fulfill this. Just be you, be your authentic self. Let's draw additional cards. Can we have more information about how this enters the week of pile 3, please? Could we have information? There's so much to unfold here. You can jump on board, but let it unfold. It would be like someone offering you a new contract or the potential for a contract. You don't have to rush to sign a document. Jump on board, take your time and start to negotiate. The harvest will come in. You don't have to rush. Okay, yeah. So, how interesting. The two cards that have actually shown themselves first, actually turned over, is the card of the Devil and the card of the Ten of Wands. So I'm just going to place these right in the middle. Okay, in fact, no, I'm going to place them over here, because this is part of the lesson that's going on here at the moment. This is part of the, I suppose, the story that's unfolding. Right. Don't, this is literally let it go with the flow. This is about cutting any cords where you would tangle yourself too quickly. I think this is an opportunity that's really, really amazing, whatever it is. But don't rush to tie yourself into it, or it's like, don't sign the contract too quickly. It's fabulous, but don't rush to it. I mean, everything here has got all the promise in the world. But don't rush to engage with it too quickly. Let it flow, you know, self-regulation. It will move forwards. We have the card of the Chariot. We have the Eight of Cups. This would suggest it's quite life-changing, really. You know, whatever it is, whether it's a person or a circumstance or a situation. We've then got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Cups, rather. We have the Six of Cups. How beautiful. We then have the King of Pentacles, and we have the another Ace. Lovely. Here we have the Ace of Swords showing up again. Okay. So what I'm seeing in these cards, as I mean, we're asking about the week ahead. Whether it flows a little bit further than that, I do not know. But this is the flow of the energy as it emerges. Don't rush with this. Don't rush to tie yourself in, to commit. If you met someone, then, you know, you don't need to be rushing to sort of say, to commit fully to somebody. It's not like you meet someone and suddenly you're engaged. It's not like somebody says, yes, I want to work with you, or here's a job offer. You need to take your time. Say, do you know, I'd really love that job. Can we talk about it? I'll come over and meet you. Let's see where this might go. And then just be your authentic self, because this is a big new threshold. I think the offer, the opportunity, is life-changing. I think it's a really good one. A really, really good one. I think it takes you in a whole new direction. I genuinely think it's life-changing here. I really do, with the Eight of Cups here. And it will move forwards, but don't rush to commit or obligate yourself too quickly. Just because, to get the very best of what is available, to fine-tune the contract, or to really cherish every moment in order to have the greatest fulfillment from the situation, to make the most wise choices, to navigate this through to such a space of success. With the Six of Cups, you know, we have an offer being fulfilled here. You know, you have choices here, so it's like exerting your choices. with the King of Pentacles, so that your harvest really does come in, rather than rushing into something. Allow it to unfold naturally. Be an active participant. Don't be hiding what you desire. Don't back down from what you want or what you're looking for, because truly, I think being your authentic self, not having to be anything anyone wants, allowing that sort of space of almost timelessness to dwell in that space of presence and allow it to unfold and emerge. And as you do so, I think it will emerge to a space of new beginnings. I mean, there's so many aces in your reading, it's untrue. Pile 3, this feels like a massive opportunity and a really, really good one. It really does. I think it has just tons of potential to deliver whatever it is that you are hoping for, whatever the harvest would be for you. It's a reading that's applying to many, so, I'm keeping it fairly general. But truly, I think this is the threshold of literally a kind of a whole new life, coming out of the desert into the land of rainbows, of treasure, of harvest, of something that you love. Let it unfold, enjoy, and cherish, whilst also holding out for actually what you really want, because this bog is a place of abundance. It's teeming with life and potential. So go with the flow, let it unfold. Yeah, don't rush. I think because it's something you really desire, you could rush to commit too quickly. When you get that job offer and you think, oh yes, definitely, where do I sign? Or you find the house you want, where do I sign? No, you can have the house, you can have the job or the person or whatever it is. It's all coming in. The harvest is coming. Treasure every step, and that way you don't become burdened or tangled in something in a way that would be tying you in too quickly, or rushing into something where you haven't really established kind of the parameters of this. You haven't allowed yourself to feel your way into it. But the opening is there, and it seriously looks like a train worth climbing on board. Pile 3, congratulations, I want to say. That's the real energy of this, is real congratulations. It feels fab in no uncertain terms. It really does. It really is like a rainbow coming in. But perhaps because it's so amazing, this is where sometimes, understandably, we kind of dissolve into the, I want this and I don't want to let it go. And actually, it is so much better if we just let it flow and navigate, just being the amazing you that you are. Pile 3, this is your reading for this week. How phenomenal. Do keep us posted during the week if this isn't right immediately in front of you and you don't know what it is yet. It looks like it's coming, so keep us posted. And if you do know that and you're having that sort of urge to rush into something, I hope this is really, really helpful for you. Pile 3, I'm sending you so much love, and really, truly, congratulations. It feels like a major point of celebration, actually. This is it feels like a life-changing threshold. It really does. Pile 3, tons of love. Thank you for being here. It's such an honor to read for you. I feel so lifted just sitting in your energy. It's absolutely delightful. It really, really is. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following my readings. For those of you that are, welcome if you're new. I post these immediate guidance and weekly readings every Sunday. They are timeless. You can always check out the homepage if you're looking for guidance and just scroll through the videos until you find a reading you're looking for. I do post readings as well on Tuesdays and Fridays with other kind of questions and sometimes astrologically orientated. So if you want to make sure you never miss a reading, if you hit the little bell icon as well as subscribing, it should all come through into your stream. You should get notifications if you've got your notifications alert opened on either your device, your phone or your laptop or your PC or whatever you're using. But beautiful souls, yeah, keep us posted. It is wonderful to read your comments. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everything that you do that supports the channel, me, and also that supports, I know you support each other as well, which is amazing, and it's a real privilege to be here and watch how this community is evolving. Tons of love, Pile 3.